This is about solving the challenges, meeting the concerns, and moving forward on a project that is very important to this country. Important both in terms of job creation. More than 20,000 jobs are created immediately when we start construction, and potentially 250,000 jobs are created with the spin-off effect. So it's a big-time job creator at a time when we need the jobs to get our economy going, but it also reduces our dependence on oil from the Middle East. So it's about energy security. And also the way we've structured this legislation, it's about making sure we've met any of the environmental concerns that have been raised. Specifically, what the legislation provides is that 60 days after it's passed, the project is deemed approved by the Department of State, that it meets the requirements so that construction can move forward. As to Nebraska, the area where there's been concern expressed about the sand hills, and I'm sure Senator Johans will talk more about that, they've had a special session. They've determined that they will reroute the pipeline in their state. This legislation incorporates that solution into what we're doing with this bill. So we address the environmental concern that's been raised in Nebraska as to the sand hills. But we enable the project and the job creation to move forward. Again, big economic impact, big job creator, reduces our dependence on oil from the Middle East. One other point I want to make. Concern has been expressed about CO2 emissions from oil production in Canada, in the oil sands. With this pipeline, there's less CO2 emitted, not more. Why is that? The production from the oil sand area in Canada either is going to come down to our refineries, and Senator Vitter will talk a little bit about that. And if it doesn't, if we don't get this pipeline, then Canada will build the pipeline to the west coast of Canada. That product will be loaded on super tankers. It will be hauled to places like China, where it will be refined in refineries that have higher emissions than our refineries. And in addition to the emissions from those super tankers taking that product to the Far East, we'll need to continue to import more product, more oil from the Middle East in places like Venezuela. Again, super tankers, in essence, taking oil around the globe to end up in the same place. So you have more CO2 emissions without the pipeline. So we're talking about job creation. We're talking about energy security for our country. We're talking about a common sense solution. This legislation provides it. We need to move forward. Senator Ritter.
Thanks, John, and everyone. And I certainly